Hello, this is Taylor. So, I have a thing for New York City speakeasies. And obviously, they're not all authentic illicit establishments from the 1920s prohibition. But you know what? If a fun new bar opens up and it makes me walk through a telephone booth or some other kind of inconspicuous entrance in order to call itself a speakeasy, sign me up, count me in, take my money. Anyway, I want to bring you guys along on my tour to find the best and most underground speakeasies in all of New York City. And best believe each speakeasy is going to get its own score and ranking, according to me, based off of some objective metrics, but also some more fun, subjective ones that I made up myself. You'll see. And listen, come closer. In order to make this video, I'm gonna have to drink on school nights. So to show your appreciation for the degeneracy needed to make this video, throw me a thumbs up and subscribe. It's totally free, unlike these drinks that I'm about to consume. Let's get into it.
Here with my friend Lauren. Hey. All right, we're going to I'm not gonna number them in case I edit this out of order, but first location, here's Lauren. First location is Please Don't Tell. It is in East Village on St. Mark's Place. Tompkins Square Park is right over there. Here we go. You enter through this hot dog joint. Cool, yes. Welcome to Please Don't Tell. This phone is our doorbell. Please dial one time and we will be right with you. It's like one of these old-timey things. I actually do know how to do this though. Are you sure you know how to do it? Yes, thank you.
All right, now that we're in this bitch, let's go over how I'm evaluating these speakeasies. First, a quick objective rundown. We're talking location, price range of drinks, and a brief history on the speakeasy. And then we'll move on to the more fun, subjective stuff. Ambiance, unique selling points, and then some metrics that Taylor, me, made up. Cocktail craftsmanship, Pisco points, and secrecy score. I'll explain. All right, so you already heard location, East Village, right here specifically, which is one of my absolute favorite areas of New York. I think the East Village brings together such an endearing combination of grittiness and authenticity among its like infinite bars and restaurants, especially right where Please Don't Tell is on St. Mark's Place. Super famous street in New York City with a very rich cultural history. Tons of options. They range about from 17 to 22 roughly. Anyway, backstory on Please Don't Tell. It opened up in 2007, and according to my research, it is often cited as the first modern speakeasy-style bar, which really influenced the American bar industry, including beginning a sea of change in New York City cocktail culture. Pretty cool. I didn't know it was that iconic, but there's the backstory.
I'm into the shark. What's the shark? Butter-infused Bacardi silver rum, more rum, blue curacao, lemon juice, pineapple, cream, bitters. I support it. Hi. I'm gonna do a Pisco Sour, please. Pisco Sour? Yep. And then... Can I get the shark, please? Thank you so much. All right, Pisco Sour. We got the egg white going in.
Okay, now the fun stuff. Pisco points. So my favorite cocktail is a Pisco Sour. What is that, you ask? Great question, let me tell you. So Pisco is a type of Peruvian brandy made by distilling fermented grape juice, and it tastes nothing like cognac or like another brown brandy, if that's what you're thinking. It's much more floral and fruity and herbaceous, if I had to describe it. Almost like lemony. Yeah, kind of lemony. I was first introduced to it in South America on my way to Antarctica, actually. Casual. I was in the nearly southernmost town in the entire world, in Punta Arenas, Chile, down there. And because Pisco is made in Peru and Chile, it's just super popular there. So that's where I had it for the first time. Fun fact. So anyway, Pisco Sour is just Pisco, lemon juice, simple syrup, and one egg white shaken. That's it. Oh, and some bitters on top. So my plan at all of these speakeasies was to order a Pisco Sour and then see if I could determine which one was the best. So that way I was comparing apples to apples. I'll keep you updated on how that plan may or may not have fallen through.
How do you feel about this? I feel like it's gonna hurt my stomach. Your stomach? You're so lame against mine. Yeah, it does. See, this is perfect though. I get the Pisco Sour, and then I invite a friend who gets something creative. Thank you so much. Thank you. First sip reactions. Yeah. Okay. You like it? Oh my god, it's good.
Anyway, Pisco points. So my Pisco Sour at Please Don't Tell was delicious. 10 out of 10 Pisco Sour, honestly. He even got creative with the bitters design on top, which I appreciated. Lauren's drink was also very creative.
First sip reaction of the show. Not what I expected. Also not what I expected. Do you like it though? Yeah. It's creative. Creative, cocktail.
Cocktail craftsmanship. Creative cock. We also got a third seasonal drink to share after that, which, believe it or not, was my personal favorite of the three.
Can we please do the Harvest Shandy? That's it. We're just gonna share one. Yeah, thank you.
It was a pumpkin liqueur, lemon juice, cardamom, ginger, southern tier pumpkin ale, and roasted pumpkin seed oil with a big ol' pumpkin leaf sticking right out the top.
Okay, you do the honors. Ooh, I love your reactions. Very fall.
It is fall. Ginger, you can feel the ginger. Oh, it's so good.
Cinnamony, yeah?
I love it. We're into little tips already.
From the first one. Can I hold this up for a prop? I love this drink. Should we kiss?
Overall ambiance, perfectly dark and cozy like a speakeasy should be, in my opinion. Some tasteful yet silly taxidermy with 1920s gangster hats on. Hell yeah. My favorite kind of music playing, like Tame Impala and Still Woozy. I know they played. And they didn't play it too loud, which I really appreciated. Secrecy score, in other words, how secret the entrance is. It's pretty high. I mean, you guys saw that telephone booth. That was good stuff. So honestly, zero complaints for me for Please Don't Tell. To me, this is a purist speakeasy mixed with a purist traditional upscale cocktail bar. Has plenty of creative home cocktails, but also a lot of seasonal options, and you can order off menu. But don't worry, this isn't all fun and games. We have some complaints coming up, and this will speed up a bit. I just had to set the stage. But of course, we cannot compare the speakeasies until we've seen them all. So let's go to number 2.
Are we going? Are we live? Okay, so here we are at location number. Here I am with my friend Dan. You want to say hi? Hey. Video. Okay, there we go. This is Noxe. So here we are on 28th and 7th Avenue. In terms of secrecy, I would say it's pretty secret. The whole selling point here, which we'll get into, is that you exit through the subway station of 28th. Anyway, we'll see that at the end though. Until then, let's go inside. I just came from a workout class, so I look like this. It says, please ring the bell. Don't mind if I do. I did it. See how long it takes. We have a reservation for 9. It's a school night, by the way. But we do what we need to do. Am I right, Dan?
Yep.
Yeah. And here we go.
So Noxe opened up in 2021, and it aims to bring a Mediterranean energy to a quintessential New York location. Took that from the website.
Oh, wow.
We go in, assess the situation, find some creative options.
What was this that we liked? Chipotle infused grenadine. Interesting. This is Dan. So we're evaluating. Hi. I'm gonna do a pisco sour, but I wanted to ask what your specialty is. No pisco sour? Okay. What's your specialty? Got it, thank you.
-1 point. No ordering classic cocktails off menu. No pisco sour for me. Dan and I are outraged.
Okay, no pisco sour.
The face of an outraged Taylor looks a little something like this, for what it's worth.
Okay, so regular cocktails are all $19, and then we have some fancy ones down here, $37 to $47. Even though you can't go off menu, I will say the ones on menu are pretty creative. Would you agree with that? Dan agrees. Hi, can I please do the banana daiquiri? And then,
What do you recommend between Forbidden Love and Antica Love?
okay, thank you so much.
I ordered Noxe's banana daiquiri, which was rum, banana, liqueur, lemon, cinnamon, vanilla, and tiki bitters.
It's very good. It's very good. You try yours.
And we both determined Dan's Forbidden Love, which was vodka, aloe, cucumber, lemon, and soda, to be a bit bland, not terribly creative.
Very good.
Really good?
Good.
It's all right.
Okay, a few pros and cons here. So ambiance, fine. I did read that the founder, Jay Perry, or as I like to say, Jay Perry, spent time living in Tokyo, Barcelona, and the south of France. And I would actually agree that you can feel notes of all of these places in the interior. That being said, well, I'll let Subway Taylor tell you the cons.
Here we are on the subway. See here? Wow. This is the unique selling point for sure. Besides that, not my favorite overall. Would you agree? I don't know, as Dan, my friend here said, it just kind of feels like a living room, like someone's living room that people are cramped into. Music very loud, kind of hard to have a conversation. Although if you're on a date, it does allow for that little like lean in, but otherwise, But, you know, overall score to be determined once we go to all of them.
Yeah, I second what she said. And when I say the music was loud, I mean really loud. Had to scream to have a conversation kind of loud, which I personally don't like.
We're situated here between the speakers. Interesting choice.
And regarding the stuffed into a living room vibe, there's a time and place for that. If you're just going to like a regular cocktail bar, I get it. I mean, look, these people are having fun. But it didn't feel terribly sophisticated the way that I want a speakeasy to. This is all my opinion, but that's how I feel. So final notes before we go on to see the other ones. Secrecy score, decent. Unique selling point, definitely high with the exit out into the subway. Cocktail craftsmanship, fine, but I was a bit annoyed, as you guys saw, that you can't order the classic cocktails off menu. I think you should be able to do that at like a good upscale speakeasy. Ambiance also left a little bit to be desired, but negative Nancy aside, still had a great time. Good excuse to go grab a drink on a Tuesday night with my good friend Dan. And a good way to get a slightly closer than usual view of the Empire State Building before biking home.
Cool. Got a little roadie. I'm not usually this close to it. Cool.
Next up, we have Employees Only, located in this really cute spot in the heart of the West Village. It opened up in 2004 and claims to have a world-class bar program whose acceptance is coveted by aspiring bartenders around the world. I was eager to put this to the test. Not the bartending program, but the drinks. The website also says, and stay with me, that in addition to its dark and moody interior, those are my words, it is distinguished by subtle Eastern European touches that pay homage to executive chef Julia Jasic's Croatian heritage, which I can appreciate because I also have Croatian heritage on my dad's side. Fun fact.
All right, I'm here with my friend Greg. Here he is.
What do I say? You didn't prompt me.
So I have to say right off the bat that Greg and I were walk-ins. We very spontaneously decided to go after work one night on a Wednesday. I tell you this because if you have a reservation, they seat you at the far end of this sort of narrow space that is this restaurant speakeasy. And I think that would have been a little more relaxing, slightly more tucked away. But they still seated us. They seated us right here in the middle of the action where there was actually an event going on with the Four Seasons hotel chain. I should have asked more about the event. I don't really know what it was, but it was bumping. You'll see. Anyway, to the world-renowned drinks. Innocent until proven guilty.
Here he is. We're doing dinner, a couple cocktails. First sip, cocktail. Let's see how it is. I got my pisco sour. Okay. All right, ready? Cheers. How's yours?
Tastes like a resort.
A resort? Do you like it?
Yeah, it's like sunshine.
So good.
Very strawberry.
Oh, I love it. You like pisco sour? More details to come. All right, we got dinner too, which I'm not rating, but if you guys are curious, yum.
Can confirm the burger was delectable. Pisco points. My pisco sour was also fabulous. Greg got the Fraise Sauvage, which was foraged gin, shaken with wild strawberries and Tahitian vanilla, finished with employees only Prosecco, served up. I was a big fan. So cocktail craftsmanship, admittedly very high. And after researching employees only more on my own time after going, the drinks are absolutely what they're known for. They actually ranked number 14 on this year's list of North America's top 50 bars. And that's all bars, not just speakeasy, so that's saying something. Lots of employees only classic cocktails and a ton of seasonal options. Everything tasted very high quality, and you could order classic cocktails off menu, which I think we've established I care about. Plus they had like every type of alcohol available if you wanted to ask for a specific brand. So it felt like a very sophisticated selection with a diverse range of options. But don't worry, not everything was perfect. Price range for cocktails, all $19, except for fancy cocktails, which were $22, and I'm sure it could go way up from there if you asked to sub for a nicer brand of alcohol. Anyway, let's deduct some points, shall we? Ambiance. So like I said, we were there on a night where some big event was happening, and it was not particularly relaxing. A sax player getting up on the bar to play was probably a highlight, but Greg and I were definitely yelling to have a conversation. But very dark and inviting, cozy vibes, which I really like in a speakeasy. In terms of unique selling points, I'm not sure there are any really, but they did spike very high on cocktails, location, and normalized ambiance. I mean, I assume it's not usually that rowdy. And finally, secrecy score. So it's this sort of understated entrance with the EO logo for employees only. And it's tucked behind this very small section between the front entrance and the entrance to the actual restaurant speakeasy, which is supposed to be a psychic's lair or a fortune teller's lair. I'm honestly just now noticing this psychic neon sign. It sort of felt like an afterthought attempt to make it feel more mysterious, but really it's just kind of hiding in plain sight. But I can't blame them. I mean, it's also a restaurant, but we are evaluating it from the speakeasy perspective. So secrecy score, kind of low. Hit it, Greg. Cute location.
Oh, you should add this one in.
Yeah, we popped in here before dinner. Greg almost got this swag, but it was too shallow for his head.
It's tough.
It's all right.
It's tough on here.
Really cute shop, I will say. Yeah, and Greg bought Saint Laurent.
We should have.
Yeah. Show Turtle Gang. Greg bought this before dinner. Nice. Had you had this before or no?
Nope.
Looks good.
Kind of
You said it's Canadian? Greg is also Canadian. Also, in addition to the gin, not in addition to me, I'm not Canadian. Hey. Sorry I'm late. It's raining like crazy. Ready to go to the next speakeasy? No, this is about something else. Oh, what is it? Oh, so your hair's brown now. I like it. Oh yeah, thanks. Wanted to go back to natural. So what's this meeting about? Oh yeah, so remember last month when you were telling me about building your brand because you're doing this full time now? Yeah, of course. Well, I was thinking Kajabi would be perfect for you. What's Kajabi? So it's this really easy to use all-in-one platform for entrepreneurs and creators to build successful online businesses. Oh, is that right? Yep, they give you a platform to create recurring revenue streams, and with Kajabi, you get robust analytics, which I love. Easy payment options, email marketing tools, and customizable website templates all built in. Oh, that's awesome. But what cut of the revenue do they take? That's the best part. Kajabi doesn't take a cut of your revenue. Everything is 100% owned and controlled by you, so you keep everything that you earn. Amazing. Sign me up. Perfect timing because right now Kajabi is offering a free 30-day trial if you go to kajabi.com/TaylorBell. That's KAJABI.com/TaylorBell. Thanks, Taylor. You are welcome. That's kajabi.com/TaylorBell and join the creators and entrepreneurs that have together earned over $6 billion. Will do. Now should we go to the next speakeasy? Yeah, well, you gotta go back to New York first. Oh yeah. Next up is Bathtub Gin. It's located on 18th Street and 9th Avenue in Chelsea. And it has some fun backstory. So it opened up in 2011 and it's tucked away behind Stone Street Coffee Shop. The interior is roaring 1920s inspired, and the reason it's called Bathtub Gin, and the reason there's a bathtub in the speakeasy, as you will see, it was named after the homemade alcohol gin that was watered down in bathtubs during the years of Prohibition. Pretty cool, I thought.
First sip reaction, this sounds good. It's like a huge ice here in my face. So good. I do. Once again. Oh, yours is like too good. That was so good. I wish I got that. Oh my god. Look at that nice. Alright, more details to come. Woo!
Okay, I have to admit I did a pretty terrible job documenting this one because Aspen and I were just vibing the whole time, and I kind of forgot. But the drinks we both got were quite good. I got a drink with pisco, pear liqueur, macadamia, lemon, Earl Grey, hemp seed, and vanilla. Tasty, but gone in a flash, that type of drink, and it had a lot of ice, as shown. And the espresso martini was one of the best ones I've had, seriously. But I've been there several times, and I know the cocktail craftsmanship to be quite good. Like, I've actually had this s'mores old-fashioned before. It's very creative. So, price range, I'm looking this up after the fact because, like I said, I didn't film shit. The gin and tonics, which is their specialty, are all $16, and then other cocktails, all $19. $19 seems to be the popular price point for these upscale speakeasies.
We've been here for a couple hours now. We each had an espresso martini. You had two. I had a gin. No, it wasn't gin. It was pisco. It was pisco and like lemon and some shit. I don't know. Very good. The bartender is burning rosemary. Can we ask him to do it? Yes. Thank you. It smells so good. It does smell it. Yummy. It does not look appetizing. No, it doesn't.
New metric, rosemary burning, 10 out of 10. Okay, ambiance. Fantastic. Truly dark, cozy, and sophisticated with roaring 20s decor as promised. Music, once again, a bit loud for my taste, and especially on Wednesday nights, which that was not a Wednesday with Aspen, but I've been on Wednesday before, and like too loud to have a conversation. Way too loud. I will acknowledge I seem to be a bit more of a grandma on this issue than most of my friends, like when it comes to loud music. If my intention is to have a conversation with someone, I don't like it too loud. I just really don't like that. If I'm going out to dance, totally different story. Alas, ambiance still very inviting, and I love the bathtubs. Plural.
Bathtub. Cute. And these little bathtubs for sinks.
And finally, secrecy score. Okay, so this is the entrance. There's a lot of people, so it's not that secret. But this is Stone Street Coffee, which I've had before, and then it's just in there. So it is secret, but because it's a popular enough place, there's enough people. So Secrecy score, not super high, but you know, not 0. Last but not least, well, maybe it's least, guess we'll find out. The Back Room. Located here in the Lower East Side, the Back Room is one of only 2 speakeasies in New York City that operated during Prohibition and is still in existence today. So this is a cool backstory. Back in the day, it was referred to as Back of Ratner's because it was located here behind Ratner's, which was a kosher dairy shop that opened in 1905. So definitely some points here for authenticity because this is the only speakeasy on the list that was actually an original Prohibition era speakeasy. Pretty neat.
This is the next speakeasy. Okay, actually good secrecy score, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna be awkward. Okay. Oh my god, secrecy score is so high!
Secrecy scored 10.
Oh wait, do you guys want to introduce yourselves? I'm with a couple friends here. Say if you want to. This is Liam. Hello, Liam.
Hey,
Interior decorating was nice, dark and spacious, a lot of tufting and Art Deco resemblant of the 1920s. But here's the but. Secrecy score and authenticity are about the only things that scored high, I hate to say. Let me explain. The drink menu was very limited and you couldn't order off menu, so no pisco sour for me. The drinks came in teacups, which was admittedly a very cool touch because that is often how people used to secretly drink during Prohibition. So some points there for unique selling point, but it got old kind of fast.
What do we think?
I don't know if I'm into the cups.
The teacups were all a bit sticky and small, and the drinks tasted like some sugary thing I would have concocted myself while I was in college. I actually found this opinion article on the Back Room saying that, to be fair, the drinks are a little overpriced and not as strong as the concoctions mixed up at Please Don't Tell, our first location. But as Butch Cassidy said, small price to pay for beauty. I disagree. I like a strong concoction if I'm paying $14 for a beverage. Also, if I may be picky, of course I can, this is my video. The full capacity for the Back Room's main event and bar space, which is where we were, is 350 people. It's big. As I watched the bartender make the drinks, and I'm sure he's skilled behind closed doors, but he was making them in a total rush and spilling a bunch of them, hence the sticky teacups. And it makes sense. Full capacity, that's a lot of people to serve. They didn't have the luxury of time to carefully concoct each cocktail. Anyway, I feel like a douchebag food critic criticizing the bartender's hasty ways, but that's my honest review. My friends agreed with me, and it definitely detracted from the experience. And the music. It was mainly just basic rap and hip hop, which time and place, obviously, but I just personally think it really clashed with everything else. So overall,
All right, exiting. Pew pew pew. John, what do we think? Unequivocal thumbs down. Honestly, I kind of have to agree, especially after going to these other ones that are outperforming in most metrics except for secrecy score, because look at this.
Secrecy's really nice.
Secrecy is sick. This is pretty cool what we're doing right now. But, you know, does it make up for everything else? No.
and now final scores. So I made an Excel spreadsheet and created weighted averages to more heavily weigh on the metrics that matter the most, like cocktail craftsmanship and ambiance. And then secrecy score is important and definitely key in a bar feeling like a speakeasy, but not gonna monumentally change your experience. And then, you know, unique selling point, I think that's just a bonus, but not as important. For example, teacups. Unique selling point, but they were sticky. In last place, we have the Back Room. With a weighted score of 5.9 out of 10, it scores high for its unique selling points, like serving drinks out of teacups, albeit small sticky ones, and for its genuine prohibition history, and having a strong secrecy score with that back alley entrance. But it fell short on the metrics that absolutely matter the most, ambiance and cocktails. All right, and in fourth place with a weighted score, wait, I'm gonna do like a broadcaster voice. And in fourth place with a weighted score of 6.6 out of 10, we have Noxe. Okay, that was annoying. But once again, a solid unique selling point of exiting through the subway station, and a pretty secret entrance, but overall, cocktail craftsmanship fell a bit short, even though I enjoyed my banana daiquiri. And let us not forget. Plus, the whole stuffed into someone's living room vibe brought the score back down to earth. I will probably not be back. I didn't hate it, I just probably won't be back. And in third place with a weighted score of 7.4 out of 10, we have pretty strong scores across the board here for Bathtub Gin. spiking highest on cocktails, which were quite good and inventive, even though mine had this ginormous ice cube in it, plus the fun Roaring Twenties decor and obviously the bathtubs. Bathtub Gin is always a fun time. I will for sure be back. It is a safe bet. Getting to the end here, in second place with a weighted score of 8.4 out of 10, we have employees only. With high scores in the two most important categories, the cocktail and overall alcohol selection really impressed me. And after mentally adjusting for that loud event that was going on, which I know is not the norm, the ambiance was otherwise very inviting. Lower points for unique selling points and secrecy, as you might recall that whole hiding in plain sight psychic thingy, but those things are not as important, and I will definitely be back for dinner and drinks. And finally, in first place with a weighted score of 9.7 out of 10, can we please give it up for Please Don't Tell? Are we really surprised? No. I benchmark all of the speakeasies I go to against this one, so if you know of another one in New York City that you think I would like even more, please let me know in the comments. 10 out of 10 on cocktails and ambiance according to me. Let's not forget that pumpkin drink and those gangster taxidermy animals. Not to mention that notably unique entrance through the hot dog shop, followed by the telephone booth portal. Please Don't Tell checks all of my personal boxes for a speakeasy, and as a result, I've been many times, and of course, we'll be back. Guys, let me know where to go next in the comments in New York City. I'm not really a foodie, but I absolutely am a drinky. Is a drinky just an alcoholic? I'm not an alcoholic. Drink responsibly. I probably should have started with that, but whatever. And once again, thumbs up and subscribe. Totally free if you enjoyed this at all and want to see more New York City content coming soon. Until next time, Turtle out. Is it raining? No, just a shitty day. Nothing's going my way.